Hello. If you are here from my snap, welcome back. If you just stumbled upon this, then it is nice to see you. I decided to move to video so it can be a lot easier for you guys and me to keep up with what's going on a weekly basis, because so often I feel like, oh, there's not a lot going on outside, but there is something going on outside, and that's the whole point. It's the small things that slowly start to grow and add up, and then when something big happens, it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. So I just want to be able to see that progress a little bit in real time, and being able to look back and say, okay, I see how that happened now. So I am outside in the garden. It is hot. I think it's like 80, high 80s, 90s, low 90s, high 80s. It is very hot. But I did want to come out here, make a video, post it so that you guys can see what is going on. My name is Brittany Buss, in case you did not know, and this is All Buss No Fuss Gardening. I am going to give you guys just a tour so that you can see what is going on out here today, and then I'm just gonna continue to update you so that you guys can grow with me, and I'm very excited about this journey, so I hope you are too. In my first bed, I think I planted these out in like March, so they haven't been, all of this hasn't been here for forever. It was kind of on a whim. I just came out in the rain and threw some seeds in the ground because of how excited I was that this bed was even done. I did not anticipate having a garden bed so soon, but right now I currently have some collard greens, some lettuce. I am not sure what that is on the far left right there. We might see, we might not. There is garlic in these front holes here. That there is a kohlrabi plant. Those back there are some beans. Those are beans as well. Those little tiny plants right there, those are some eggplants. I'm not sure how they're gonna get along, but we shall see. And then in this bag here, we have a shishito pepper plant that I got from my local nursery. That one there is a Roma tomato plant. These two plants here are tomatoes as well. I believe both of those to be beefsteak. And then in this bed we have, I believe that and that there are broccoli. Like I said, they've been out here a very long time too. It is also getting way too hot for any of these brassicas to still be out here, so we'll see what happens. I don't think they're gonna do anything. I don't think they're gonna survive, but who am I to say what will and won't live? That there's beets. This whole square foot was beets, but it didn't make it, obviously. Beans. The middle there is zucchini, and then those there are beans as well. And then at the end of the bed down here, those are all radishes. And then we have a tiny pickling cucumber plant trying to come up. So I'm excited about that. Over at the end of this bed, we have all of our corn. So all of that is corn. We will see how that works out. I'm not hopeful. I'm optimistic about it, but I don't think it's gonna work. We'll see what happens. They look really good, you know, given the circumstance. And then we also have some crookneck squash right here, more zucchini, and then there's supposed to be crookneck squash right there. That didn't come up. Might do something different. And then beans right next to them. And a little bit down from the crookneck squash, we have these 2 lemon cucumber plants. This was supposed to be pickling cucumber. This was supposed to be lemon cucumber. Nothing came up. We'll see what happens. I might just plant something different there. I haven't decided yet. It's still very early in the summer planting season, so I am very late on making a plan. You may as well call this chaos gardening. In the bricks here, we have more garlic. And then in these bags, this is, I want to say this is a Roma tomato plant. I want to say that is a Roma tomato plant. I am not 100% sure because, of course, like every great gardener, I did not label. I love the surprise. Is it toxic? Maybe, but it's what makes us live. It's what keeps me alive, y'all. It's what keeps me alive. This here is a sun sugar plant that I got from my local nursery, which is why it's doing way better and looks way better than any of the other tomato plants I have. So we will see how she lives. And right across the way, there's another tomato plant. This tomato plant fell like umpteen times, y'all, and it just keeps trying to live. So who am I to tell it no? So I just put it in the bag and we're gonna see if it does anything special. And each of these bricks on the back of this garden bed are sunflower plants. They look rough. They've been looking rough. Some of them have been eaten by rabbits a couple of times. So we will see what happens with that. But my goal is to have this whole back row filled with flowers. That's what I want to see. We will see if it happens. Here we've got some cantaloupe plants. 1, 2, that one's gotten eaten. I've got quite a bit of pest pressure out here in different spots though, so it's kind of odd. And then there's radish here. That is supposed to be a watermelon. That right, wait, is that it? Yes, right there is also supposed to be a watermelon. We'll see what happens. At the edge of this bed, I have 3 blueberry bushes. This one I believe to be a Northland. The one in the middle is a pink lemonade. And the one here on the edge is my blue crop. We just put this archway up. I am hoping to have some sort of plant make its way across the arch to provide some shade. I want to get like a little bistro set to put right there and make it look all cute. So in the future, fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. Moving along, this is a Jersey blueberry bush that he's, you know, struggling. All right, but they're still green. Okay, so who am I? Again, if he wants to live, I'm gonna let him live. Pink lemonade. And then this one is a Duke variety, so I'm excited to see what comes of those. This is a bin of blue potatoes I got from Lowe's, I think. They were just like little seed potatoes. I bought them, threw them in here with some compost, and you know, they started doing their thing, so I'm gonna let them. And over here inside of this bed, there is 1 pepper plant here, 1 pepper plant there, and then a loofah plant in between them that I am trying to teach to get on this trellis. But you know how Mother Nature is. They do what they want to do. Things happen as they should. Nothing is rushed, yet everything gets done. So that's gonna have to be my life mantra soon, because gardening can make you anxious. And inside this little bin here, I buried some asparagus crowns, which is what you're seeing, those 2 large ones. And then there's one back there that's like laying down. There was some birds in here fighting earlier, so I think they may have killed them. Here's another two right here. And then there's another one right there. And then back there, you can hardly see it, but if you look really, really close, there's another asparagus right there coming up. So I am very excited about this asparagus. I am very excited about this whole endeavor. Walking across the way, over here, I randomly planted some pumpkin seeds and they are sprouting. Like I said, y'all, chaos gardening at its finest. We'll see what happens. Inside of my greenhouse, I still have a few plants that have not been planted out just yet. I will be planting them out soon, if not this week or the coming weekend. That's it. It'll be this week or the coming weekend. One or the other. This is my compost bin system. I've never composted before in my life. I have done a good amount of, research. I say research. We all know what research means, okay? So let's just say I've gone onto Google and I've done my due diligence. We will see how that works out for me in the future. Underneath this tree, around this rock, I planted some flowers that are just barely starting to come up. So I'm excited about that. This rock, which we call our sitting rock, was actually underneath the ground, right there. My husband was building out that bed for me, and we had to work way harder than we should have to get this boulder out, but I am glad we did because now we have a nice sitting rock. So I'm excited to see what it'll look like if and when those flowers around it start coming up. So that should be fun. Under this tree, I planted 3 nasturtiums, and y'all, I really want some nasturtiums, but these squirrels are so disrespectful. They keep digging my nasturtiums up, and I have to keep coming back out here and covering them up under the soil and hoping and praying and wishing that they leave them alone. I may have to try to put some of those plastic forks over here because I did it for the blueberry bushes to keep the squirrels away, and it's been working for the most part. I haven't seen them over there digging as much. So I may try that over here. We will see. I have so much more space to fill up. I am very excited about it. Here's my strawberry basket. Looking rough, but y'all, I'm still hopeful, okay? Still hopeful. Above the potatoes, I have more. My strawberry bar. Looking rough. And I say again, none of my strawberry plants have flowers right now, y'all. None of them. 0. They are, in my eyes, struggling. Okay? But they are still alive. And that's what matters. So, I'm holding out hope. I am holding out hope. Because they are still alive. So, we'll see what happens. The fun is in the wonder, right? So, as I was saying, it is a bit of chaos gardening that goes on. I have a vision, but I do not have a plan. So, my goal is to have fun with all of this. And I am happy to have you all come with me on this journey. So hopefully you enjoyed the garden tour. I am about to get back in the house because there are a ton of mosquitoes out here. But yeah, just stick with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, share it if you think that there's someone you know that may be interested in following this journey as well. Leave any comments below if you feel so inclined. We can have a banter. I would love that, because like I said, I am not a professional gardener. I am not a master gardener by any means, and I am very much looking forward to learning a lot on this journey as a result of such. So yeah, stick with me, stick it out with me. If you're gonna be here for me, be here for me, y'all. So with all of that being said, city noises, with all of that being said, have a good evening, and I will see you all next week. Bye.